Hello, Michelle. Delighted to be on. I think this is the 10th of our regular chats. Joined as
It's
usual with Steve
somewhere, yeah.
Evans.
I made it. I wasn't sure if it was 8, 9, or 10, Terry. I was looking back through our history of chats. I wasn't sure if it was 8, 9, or 10. But anyway, here we are again. But you had an additional chat in the week, didn't you?
Yeah.
Probably a conversation about whiskey, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm still hungover. Oh, hey, what? Yeah, that was a nice bottle of whiskey and a much needed one this week, let me tell you.
I felt like having one. Looking at, you showed me the image on the bottle. I just, oh yeah, be nice that now.
Yeah,
Whiskey and ginger beer.
Firecracker is amazing. That bottle just went in the week. I've just had that kind of week, you know.
As long as you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did. Definitely. It's called Fireball whiskey.
Fireball.
So it's made with cinnamon, so it's really quite sweet, and it just goes down like
right.
Let's get on to our usual subject of literature.
I was just going to say, so where are we with books and reviews then? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have some loads. I mean, I have. So I'm going to focus on the indie ones for tonight because I've read quite a few, but I will mention J.R. Ward, of course.
Yeah.
But my first one is I read The Goldies by Robert A. Karl. Oh, let me tell you, I love this. I really did. It was fantastic. It's all about a bunch of men going to their high school 50th high school reunion. But they've decided that, you know, in their old age they're going to come clean and that they've come out of the closet. And so it's all about them, you know, going and doing gay pride at their old school reunion. Of course, it didn't go down very well with some of them, but the stories to each of them leading up to that school reunion, it was lovely. It was nice, sweet read. You know, it was a feel good factor that, you know, they were all happy in their old age, and I just thought that was lovely. There was only one where his partner wasn't very well, and that was, I think, the only downside of it. It was lovely, absolutely lovely. So yeah, it was just a fun read, and it was funny in a lot of places as well, you know. So yeah,
great plot by the sound of it. Unusual.
Sorry,
a great plot idea.
Yeah, you know, I've never read anything like it, and I thought it was wonderful. So yeah, I think he's on Twitter under Karl, which is Karl, and the book was called The Goldies by Robert A. Karl.
Okay.
The next one I read was The Baby Farmer's Ghost by Martin J. Best.
You do like ghost ones, don't you?
I do like this one.
The Baby Farmer's Ghost.
Yeah, I haven't got any of me stuff on tonight. The Baby Farmer's Ghost. Now it's got quite a dark, intriguing side to this one. Because I can tell by Steve's reaction there, he knows what a baby farmer is. Yeah, so a young girl moves into a haunted house with her family. And she, you know, she's been going through some stuff, and she's made a friend called Carolyn, and it turns out the house is haunted by what was, you know, 100 years before, a baby farmer. Now, what baby farmers would do is offer to take the babies off unmarried mothers.
Oh,
and
never heard of that.
Oh yeah, it was a big thing in the Victorian times. Yeah. Oh yeah, you know, you think you were an unmarried mother in those days. You know, you go to one of these places, see it to term, and then walk away, not look back.
Yeah.
And some of the things that happen to those babies, absolutely horrendous. So you know, it's all about these two girls setting about and exercising this evil spirit. So yeah, right up my street, as you can probably imagine. I'm rooting for the two girls, you know, and especially when the old bitch kicks their one of the girls' little brother out of bed. Kiss him up the backside and out the bed, like, you know, not like, hey, up, missus. You don't go doing that 100 years down the line, nah. So, yeah, totally. Another one that, you know, I was well engrossed in and totally loved it. And
That's
that
good.
is Martin J. Best, The Baby Farmer's Ghost. And sticking on the horror theme, but in a different aspect, is We Hide in the Shadows. Now, have I already reviewed this?
Doesn't ring a bell at all, Michelle. No.
No, not that I am aware of. No.
We Hide in the Shadows. It opens like where a young gentleman's on a date with a woman in the cinema, and they go downstairs in the cinema for whatever reason, and then things come out. Monsters come out of another screen that's downstairs and eat him alive. Yeah.
Ooh.
And then, but it turns out that to save herself, this woman is advertising for dates across the country, and feeding men to these monsters in the cinema.
Oh, very deep and dark.
Yeah, you don't get that on Tinder, do you?
No, it wasn't very deep and dark. But then she falls for one of the fellas that she's having a date with. So you have to read the book to find out whether she gives him up or whether she takes the.
That's leaving us in suspense, then,
Definitely,
isn't it?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point.
Well, that's the plan. That's the idea. Don't reveal anything. Yeah. Don't spoil the plot.
They've all been great plots tonight, Michelle. The three that you've gone through.
Yeah. I've read some really good books this month.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a good month last month.
I don't know how you find the time to do it with everything else you do. I'm lucky if I get through one book a month.
Well, what I do is I start them at the beginning of the month, and I break each book down into sections of 30 or 31. So I read like up to 15 pages a night, and bam, I'm through them in a month. And of course, there's always a J.R. Ward one on the go, but she does big books, so it tends to take 2 months to do hers. And I read The Beast. I'm reading The Beast, which is another Raging Mary plot. Rage has gone a little bit off the rails, and anybody who knows the Black Tech Brotherhood would like Rage doesn't go off the rails. He's got a monster for doing that. But he's going through some stuff, and then you find out that they can't have children. The reason that she's an immortal is, that because they couldn't have kids. And Rage suddenly realizes that what he's hankering after is he wants a child, and not to eat. He wants to be a daddy. And he goes and nearly gets himself killed by the Listening Society. And to find out what happens, you'll have to read the book.
Excellent.
I love my J.R. Ward.
Yeah.
I started reading Stephen King's The Danse Macabre.
I wonder how long it'd take you to.
I was waiting for Stephen King.
Stephen King.
Michelle, I offered Steve once when Steve was in a hospital. I offered him a copy of The Cell. Have you ever read that one, The Cell?
No, not yet. No, I'm not there.
It's one of his better ones. I'm hit and miss with Stephen King. I love him, or I just can't get past the first 3 pages. Cell's one of the better ones. But sorry, Danse Macabre.
Yeah. Oh, awful. Absolutely awful. It's just
really? Wow.
Yeah. Don't bother. I think I'm like 3 chapters in, and it's just him explaining what writing horror is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this using his name, Stephen King name, or that John?
Yeah.
The new one, whatever the new other name he uses.
No, it's him under Stephen King, and it's from the late 80s, early 90s, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't do it. I can't. So that's the end of that.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Right, Mr. Gifford fighting evil. So this is my real life for the month.
It's a fiction, Michelle. That's not fiction, is it?
No, it's real life. It's real life. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And it's about a fellow who it's the biography of a man who went out to fight ISIS in Syria. So yeah, that's really deep. I've literally not long started it. I'm only about halfway through. And yeah, quite horrendous in places, and yeah, quite frightening in places as well. But that's war.
Yeah.
What can I say? But that's my non-fiction read for the month. But
Isaac Asimov.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the film, Michelle, as well?
Yeah. I very rarely watch the film first and then read the book.
The dog, there's his dog in it.
Yeah, but there isn't in it.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
I haven't read that.
And in this, it's mainly set on Mars.
Oh,
not here.
Yeah. Surprised me.
So
right,
apart from the character names, the book hasn't really got a lot to do with the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's about a Mars outpost where the robots basically start taking over.
Okay.
And that's where I'm sort of up to. They're not nice, friendly robots. They've started taking control.
Well, that could be more and more less science fiction. The AI worries where AI can take over.
Yeah, I know. It is quite. You're looking at it, and I walked it because I work in a massive factory. And I walked out, reading about these robots like going rogue.
Yeah.
And I'm walking through a factory that is all just massive robots. I mean, they don't look human, but they're all computerized. Every single one. We put the order in at the top of the line. It goes along the line, and the robots just take over.
Yeah.
And then the product comes out the other end.
I'd be scared in there. Thing is, what happens if they go wrong?
But you know what?
Start picking you up as a product.
Yeah, none of us think about it. None of us think about, the fact that AI, these things literally could go wild.
Yeah.
And of course I'm reading iRobot and the robots in there.
So your mind's running away with you. Yeah, your mind's running away with you.
Yeah.
But they're all programmed by humans, Terry, so we're all right.
It could go, but that's another reason why it could go wrong. We're all fallible. And, the code, and people writing IT systems, it always goes wrong. It's always late, it's always over budget because of mistakes built in there. And I don't know if some calibration slightly out. Oh, no, I don't like the thought. Well, I remember I worked in Alder Hey Hospital about 5 years ago. In there, they've got robotic bins. We were putting new computers in, and we had like a ton of cardboard boxes. And instead of putting them into the big wheelie bins and us emptying them, we press a button and a robot, looked like a coffin on wheels, will come over and say, stand back, stand back. And if you got into a lift and the robot got in it, he should tell you to get out. I used to try and hide in the corner. I used to try and break them, throw a screwdriver at them and things. I didn't like them.
It's scary. That is scary. And what if they go rogue and take over? That's where I'm up to with this. He's calling himself the robot is calling himself the Messiah. No. Hang on. No, he's calling himself the other one, the other M word. What is it? Prophet. The other M word. Prophet.
I was going to say Moses.
That's a funny M.
A bony M.
Yeah, bony M.
That's okay. The other M word.
Yeah. A good read though, Michelle.
Sorry?
A good read. Is it a good read?
Oh yeah. It's back to basic science fiction. And it opens up where he's played it very cleverly, Asimov has, because he opens up with the book and he makes you love the robots. So the book opens up where the little girl has her robot taken away from her, and then the robot, even though he's had his memories wiped, she gets in danger and he runs to the rescue.
Oh.
And yeah, so he plays it very cleverly from the get-go. He has you feeling sorry for the robots, and then they start turning on people.
Oh.
So we've moved on from Lassie the dog and Skippy the kangaroo to a robot now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, you know,
Wow.
I just didn't recognize any of the movie in the book. You know, I'm about 2/3 of the way through, and so far, I honestly, apart from the names of the characters, I just can't. There doesn't seem to be any correlation between, because there's no dog. They're not on Earth.
Yeah. No Will Smith.
No Will Smith.
No Will Smith, no dog. That's that's
Was that written in the 60s, Michelle?
I think
Asimov.
it was. Yeah, I think I'm reading 1980s publication. No, 1950.
Oh, was it?
Wow.
That's nearly 100 years ago. 70 years ago.
Yeah, 1950.
Hey Terry, less than the 100. We're not that old yet, you know.
I know. I'm feeling it though today. Looks like time's caught up with us again, Michelle, as it does. Yeah, we got a good 5 books in there though. It was a great.
Got a fair few books in.
We did,
besides the car and SARS and everything else. Yeah, we did pretty well.
It's great to catch up. Yeah, Michelle. But until the next time, you take care and have a great weekend.
All right, thank you. You too. Take care.
Yeah, all right.
Cheers.
See you soon, Michelle. Take care. Ta-ra.